Good morning. You know what time it is? It's time for... It's not time for that. It's time for breakfast. I'm gonna make some food today. That's what I'm doing. It's me, Mal. You know me. It's your internet grandma. I'm gonna be making some food. I was thinking about, I had talked about possibly organizing the other room, and I'm like, oh, I don't have enough. I can't right now. So instead, we're gonna be doing this, and that's gonna be the plan. So anyway, let me allow alerts to come through. That'd be a good first start. My plan today. Are you cooking? Yeah, for anyone who didn't know, I did get sick. So that's fun. I've been sick for a few days. Do I feel better today than yesterday? Maybe. I started coughing today. Like, I woke up last night and I was like, uh-oh. I'm coughing. Oh no. So it's, it's fine. Mal's in Japan for another little bit. And I talked to her last night and I was like, hey, this is great because then I'll be better by the time you're back. So how about that? Did I have soup? I did have soup. You want to see the soup? This is the soup. This is the soup that you get at Costco. It's chicken noodle. It's very good. It's very good. I've had it twice. It's now half gone. So I'm gonna have that. I'm gonna have that for dinner. But today, since I don't really have the energy to try and deal with that other room, that's a job for when you're not sick. I decided I'm gonna make breakfast. My mom sent me home with a big old thing of sourdough. And I was like, oh, that sounds good. So I picked up egg and ham and cheese. And I'm going to make a sausage, egg, and cheese sandwich this morning. I have some sauce. I better have some sausage. I'm pretty sure I do. So, just one egg. No, this bread's big, so there'll be 2 eggs. There's gonna be 2 eggs on this thing. This is a big sandwich. So, one fun thing I learned is that, if you have OBS on Mac, your phone will link into OBS like natively. And I realized this morning that it does that because you're both signed into the same like iCloud account, but I'm Mal, so I couldn't do that, and I was like, oh, it's kind of an issue. So I did it a different way. I did it with Video Ninja. So I do have another view set up. How about that? So we do have 2 views. Multicam, baby. Who would have thought? But I am really hungry. I went to bed early last night, and I took a nap yesterday too. Like, I've been spending a lot of time asleep. I had an errand to run for Mal, and it really took it out of me. Holy cow! Because she needed me to deliver that bike painting downtown, and like, oh, I did not feel like driving the car, but I drove all the way downtown, delivered that painting, and then came home, and then immediately like got in bed for a few hours, got up, had dinner, and then basically went back to bed. So let's make a sandwich. I'm gonna read some of these things first, and then we'll be starting the process. You'll see how I cook an egg. We got 28 months from Bavarian Rex, 15 from Gaming Fan, 32 from Vagabond, 11 from Rock 3683, 31 from Renee, 26 from Vinny G Plays, 32 from YOLP, 26 from El Simi, 29 from Jet Jet, 31 from Ryan B06, 32 from Elfie Goldfish, 25 from Elasan, 32 from Board Turtle, 30 from DevStats, 31 from Mickey, 30 from Kate Crinion, 32 from Dark Overlord, 31 from Layla, 32 from Gold Mage, 31 from Mike Capella, 31 from Zimmer CJ, 31 from Kit Khalid, Kit Khalid, 32 from Sacred Celica, 28 from Sappy B, 8 from Sullivan, 31 from Brina BX, 32 from Fossix, and 30 from Valix Butterfly. Alright. Now I gotta figure out how to do this good. The microphone is the laptop, which is fine. Just move some stuff. Here we go. That's fine. That's fine. Great. Okay. Things I gotta do. I need some hands. I've barely lived here, so I gotta like. Every time I go to look for stuff, it's like I'm trying to find it for the first time. I also haven't cleaned this, so I'm sure Mal later will be like, I can't believe you showed the thing dirty. And I'll be like, I'm sorry. I was hungry. Alright, here is... Hold on, what do I want? I need a thing... Let me think about this. I need a thing for sausage. So, this will do sausage. So that's one thing. And then the bread's real big. Like, I might need to do that on the griddle. Okay. All right. Normally I do the eggs and the bread on the same spot. But this bread's so big. Let me open this up and take a look. That's a big bread. Yeah. That'll probably be fine. That's probably fine. I'd still make room for eggs. Yeah, alright. So I should only need this stuff. Hopefully. This should be pretty easy. Alright, let's close this. And let's hope that there's sausage. I thought there was. Yeah. There is some sausage. Oh, good. There's a bit. All right. The sausage was in here a little long, so it's been kind of a pain to get it free. There we go. Let's take the one under it. Perfect. All right. Sausage goes into a cold can. And put this back. Yeah, these are the best sausages, in my humble opinion. These Goolsby's. I'm also I'm a fan of sausage patties over sausage links because they're more versatile. They can go on a sandwich. All right, sausage. So then while that's going, we're gonna get some butter. I just bought a thing of eggs. So this takes a bit. I'll also get my favorite way to flip these is to just use a little pair of tongs. So I'm gonna give that a second. And then we'll get started on the other stuff. Is there no fan for the stove? There is. I don't ever use it. I mean, I will use it if it's like something extreme. But I usually don't use it, and I definitely won't use it if I'm doing a stream because it'll be too loud. So, does the sausage need oil? No. It got its own juices, so it's good. People use the stove fan? You don't preheat the skillet first? Nope, not with sausage. You cook from cold. Air's starting to sizzle. Oh, my boy. I don't know if y'all will be able to hear that because the mic's over here and the sausage is over there. I don't know about you guys, but like the sound of meat sizzling is such a comfort noise for me. I'm a big fan of that sound. Like I don't make bacon on the stovetop anymore because it's so much more efficient to do it in the oven. But man, I do love the sound and the smell of doing bacon on the stovetop. I love that a lot. Let's see, we had another alert. Yeah, we had 6 months from Random Guy, 5850. Thank you. I know Mal technically hasn't had a stream in a while. So I was like, there's probably gonna be a lot of resubs just because, you know, Mal hasn't been live in quite a bit. I talked to her this morning, actually. It wasn't last night, it was this morning. And she was like, if you're feeling sick, she's like, you can cancel the stream. And I was like, I'm all right. I was like, if I have to cancel the stream, you'll know I'm like on death's door. And she said, yeah, I figured. But I'm only getting up, and like when you wake up in the morning, that's when you first wake up, you feel real bad. And I'm starting to get awake, and I'm like, all right, I think I'm all right. The coughing started this morning at like 6 or 7 a.m. and that was annoying, but it hasn't been too bad. But we don't have any cough syrup in the house, which, you know, that part's not great. So if it gets any worse, I'm gonna have to go to the grocery store to get. We have a lot. There's quite a bit of medicine in the house, but we don't have any cough syrup. And I was like, huh, okay. Well, whatever. All right. So the bread's pretty big, but I usually do the eggs and the bread together on this griddle. I have a bigger griddle too. That stretches like the whole thing. I do that if there's multiple people. Even if it's just me and Mal, honestly, I sometimes need that. This is kind of like painting. You guys normally get, painting on Friday mornings, and kind of painting this skillet with this butter. So that's like, I think that counts. Butter art. All right. Let's see, how did I arrange this? Yeah, I guess this will be fine. All right. Now I bought Colby Jack. I went to the grocery store last night, and the way I do my grocery shopping is I just walk around and I'm like, what's half price? And that just dictates whatever I buy. For the most part. I mean, I told myself I wanted some lunch meat to make a ham and cheese sandwich at some point. The lunch meat wasn't on sale, but everything else was. How many slices are you gonna use? Two slices. This is that fancy cheese. It's got the little dividers. Sometimes it got that divider. Oh, God. All right. It smells great. It smells super, super great. All right, I'm gonna try and give myself enough room. Get some eggs there. Yeah, that's a great question. Alex says, is this sickness returned from Japan or returned from Japan immediately drive to Myrtle Beach sickness? It's hard to say. Because, like, I've been around so many people in a short amount. Well, like, obviously I was in Japan, and then traveling back, you're with a lot of people. So it could be either. Some of that egg will run into the bread, and that's fine. All right. Okay. This is also a good time to this is a good time to make coffee. I don't know about y'all, but I'm a big fan of having coffee with breakfast. God. Yeah, I'm not gonna put honey in my coffee, but after I'm done with breakfast, I'm gonna have a cup of black tea with honey, so I am gonna get that honey. 300 Bits of Will says, so do your neighbors hate you because of the Halloween debacle? Well, I mean, I've never talked to them, and at this rate, I just might never talk to them. It's fine. It's totally fine. I'm sure at some point, I mean, I guess the real thing will be like next year, right? Next year, we'll get a better idea when it's time for Halloween again. We'll see what happens then. We also had 30 months from Ken1 Noob and 31 from KJ the Quiet One. Thank you. Vodka says, Halloween debacle, I didn't have time to catch up to anything important. So, quick version of that. When we went to Japan, when we went to Japan, we asked Haley to come over and take care of plants. And when she got here, she when she came in the front door, she was trying to turn on the lights. And she's only ever been in their house like one time, right? So she's not familiar with her house. And she accidentally turned on the porch light and she didn't know it. And then like 4 days later was Halloween. So we're in Japan, and we started getting notifications from a doorbell that kids are showing up because our porch light's on, but like nobody's home, so they just come up and they have their bag of candy and they're just waiting, and then no one shows up and they leave, and we just got multiple things. It was honestly very funny. Like, it was sad, but it was a little funny. Neighbors might hate us now. I don't know. It's hard to say. So I'm gonna cut this. Got there. Cool. Eggy. Give the eggy just another little second. Move that over there. Yeah, it's not that big of a deal. I think it'll be fine. We're not gonna get hunted by, you know, any angry parents or anything. I think needed some other second movie stuff. Lord of mercy. All right. I don't have as much room as I normally do because the bread's so big. Yeah. There we go. All right. Actually, hold on. Let me put a little of this on it first. Okay. Let me see if I can show a close-up of this. Yeah, you can kind of see that pretty well. Good looking sandwich. I do the eggs differently, depending on how I'm feeling. I'm getting a lot of color on that bread. That's alright. Got balance. Are plates live in this house? Yeah. Okay. Bread's so big. my God. Okay. You can probably tell that this is going to be like hella messy. And that's true. It's incredibly true. But like, that's fine. That's why we have paper towels. That was way more than I needed. Alright. Let's move this a little out of the way. Okay. Make sure it's not in the splatter zone. Okay. Beautiful. Sometimes I'll do, you know, like a traditional fried egg, and I'll poke the yolks so they're not going to explode. But not today. Oh. All right. There we go. I'm too tall. Oh. Creepy music. Okay. Sure, that'll work. Oh. Turn the camera back. That'll fix everything. Alright, I'm wondering if I should just go ahead and give it a little squeeze now. Oh yeah. Oh, it's coming up through the bread. Okay. My philosophy is like, once you start eating it, it ain't gonna matter anyway. Look at this. Oh, that's a good sandwich. It's a good sandwich. Mmm. This will heal me. Did you make one for us? Only if you followed along at home. If you did, then yes, I do. Kind of. There's some steam coming off of that thing. If there's one thing I feel confident about in cooking, it's like breakfast stuff. It's what I've cooked the most because it's always been my favorite meal. I don't make this sort of thing very often because, like, it's probably not super great for you. But man, it's good. Now next week, I do have Crestor. Since I started on Crestor, my cholesterol has never been high. Once. I get my blood checked like every 6 months. I'm like, all right, I'm doing fine. So next Friday, Matt will be back. So I'm sure she'll be like painting or something. But Monday night, you're stuck with me again, which means we got to play a mal-coded game. Not sure what that means yet. Did you go strict again? If I started Ghost of Yote, she would be upset. I haven't bought Yote yet, because I'm like, well, you're not going to get around to playing it yet. And if we get to Black Friday first, we might save like $10. So. Also, I say mal-coded. I play whatever I want. Play whatever I want. Not worry about anything. Well. I'm almost halfway through the sandwich. Audio delay makes sense because the video is coming from the phone through a website. So it doesn't have the low latency that it would have if it was just doing its little thingy. Okay. I told Mao I really want to play through more Katamari games the way that we did that first one. That's really what I want to do. And she's a little hesitant. And I'm like, I loved it. It's been years now since it happened. Yeah, there is still some Mario RPG left. Haley was unavailable tonight to do that. Also, it ended up not mattering because I got sick, so I'm going to be playing Donkey Kong Country Returns tonight. It's going to be real chill. If you want a chill stream, I'm going to be so chill. Feet kicked up. Probably drinking hot tea. Try to get through a world or two. As a reminder, the goal is to eventually get to the new stuff, the new Donkey Kong stuff. So we'll get there. Classic says, does this count as soft egg or hard egg? I would say neither. I would say fried egg is its own thing. But if you wanted to categorize it, I guess it would be soft egg. Soft egg and hard egg to me applies to scrambled. Squirty egg. This is a good amount of food. Like that's a I'm starting to get full from a sandwich. What big bread. Oh my God. Can't believe food satisfies hunger. I wish I had a donut. I did not get a donut yesterday. I'll show you why. There's gonna be a dessert. I had some self-control. The only thing I ate yesterday was soup. I had soup for lunch and soup for dessert. Not dessert, dinner. And like, that was fine, but I really was craving something a little more solid. I'll have soup for dinner tonight, though. What would dessert soup even be? Nutella? Ice cream. When I was back home in Myrtle Beach, we went and had lunch with Dan, and my mom ordered pumpkin pecan pancakes. Super weird for my mom. She saw there was a placard at the front advertising the seasonal pumpkin pecan pancakes, and my mom was like, "Those sound really good." And I was like, "Get them." She's like, I don't ever really order anything like that. I was like, do it. I'm home. It's special. Get them. So she ended up getting them, and whenever she asked the server, like, what comes on it, the server was like, well, there's Nutella, but I can leave that on the side. She's like, okay. So they bring out these pancakes, and I didn't get a picture or anything of these pancakes, but they were pumpkin pancakes. It was topped with like an entire handful of pecans. Like, just boom. There were so many pecans. It was wild. Like, I think that chunks of them were in the batter, but then also just a big thing. And then on the side, they had a little thing of Nutella and a little thing of like chocolate whipped cream. So for the first bite, my mom was like, all right, I'm gonna try this kind of like as it was intended. So she put a little of the whipped cream on a bite and a little of the Nutella. And she took a bite and she's like, that's too much. So she ate the rest of the thing without any of the Nutella or the whipped cream, just, maple syrup. And I was like, yeah, I can understand that. But she had that little thing of Nutella, and I was like, let me try that. So I just ate like a spoonful of Nutella. And it was very good. But I couldn't eat a bowl of it. That's a dessert soup I could not do. Some American breakfasts are basically just dessert. I mean, we are certainly a little more accepting of sweet being a non-dessert. Just because something's sweet doesn't mean it has to be dessert, basically. Waffles and pancakes. It's like sugar. Okay. I'm gonna wash my hands. Because they're just covered in yolk. All right, I think I did it. I think I'm clean. Oh. You getting there? Okay. All right. Get this stuff off this plate. Okay. All right. That was great. Oh, sorry, Gwynny. My mom, when I got home, had made a whole thing of these. You can see how many I've eaten. I ate a fair bit of them when I was still there. They are Reese's Peanut Butter Cups, but they're in cookies. So it's like, I don't know, like a sugar cookie that's enveloping a Reese's cup. They're really good. They're really, really good. So, oh, the iPhone wants to see face. Don't look at her face. Oh, there we go. Also, this is the first one I've ever eaten with 2 bites. I always eat them as 1 bite. Yeah, I won't be saving any for Mal. I don't think she'd get a lot of enjoyment out of them. That was great. Wow, that's mean. She can have 1. I mean, if she's having 1, she can have as many as she can, you know, eat. Just stuff as many in yourself as you can. I'm gonna guess that the more you have, that would be worse. 1 would make her very sick. So I guess 10 would make her incredibly sick. I'm not sure. We got 27 months from D-Tran, 31 from Epic DXX, and 6 from Aggregated Molecules. Thank you. There's an art in the queue. I knew. Like, I clicked the button and my brain was like, it's gonna be that donut. Anyway, that's why I didn't end up getting a donut yesterday, because, you know, I knew that I had these little things at home, and I was like, all right, I should just eat those. So anyway, things that you gotta know. Tonight at 8, I'm streaming Donkey Kong Country Returns. I'm looking forward to it. It's been quite a few months since I've touched it. So, oh, thank you for rolling. Appreciate that. I can't remember to do that. And I think there's no wood. It's close to wood. I don't think I have anything else going on. Yeah. I think I'm gonna work on the Patreon video right after this. I didn't get a chance to work on it yesterday because as soon as I was done with stream, I had to go run that errand. By the time I got back, I felt like death. So I slept. But I currently don't feel like death. I feel like maybe death's cousin. I don't know, disease. But not death itself, so I can probably get that done then today, finally. One thing I did do a little bit yesterday, it didn't take a lot of time to get it started, was start getting like all the VODs that we recorded while we were in Japan, start in the process of getting those up. Because we did like 8 streams or something while we were gone, so there's a lot to, get up. So those will start coming out soony. Soony? Soonish. Maybe I'm not alright. Maybe I'm, Maybe things aren't okay. Don't worry, they'll be out soon. My face is chapped. Like my nose from blowing it so much, but then also like part of my upper lip. God. I'll get better soon. And it could be worse. Oh, all right. Well, that was a wonderful breakfast. I'm glad I did that. I wish I could have started working. You guys can kind of see it, too. You can see the monstrosity that is the stuff back here. That whole room is full. So, at some point, gotta deal with that. Jet says your nose wouldn't feel like that with a handkerchief. I disagree. I think if you blow your nose 400 times, it doesn't matter if you're blowing it into like a silk, the nicest material on earth. If you blow your nose 400 times like that, you're just screwed no matter what. So that's fine. Fortunately, the dripping is not really happening much now. So take a nap on the couch and watch Price is Right. That's what will heal you. That's what healed you as a kid. That really is. Like you'd have chicken noodle soup or Gatorade or whatever, and you'd be at home and you'd be watching the afternoon shows like Price is Right or the other one. What's the other one? I don't remember. I can't remember what else played with the Price is Right. No, not Wheel of Fortune or Family Feud. Let's Make a Deal. That's it. Those two were always back to back. Yeah, Let's Make a Deal and Price is Right. If you watch, I'm pretty sure they have some sort of healing power that comes through the screen. So maybe that's what I should be That's what I should be doing, is watching those. Well, while I feel like I can, I think I'm gonna work on the Patreon video, and then once I get that done, I don't have anything going on until this evening for Donkey Kong, so I might rest then. I need to drink more water. I've been trying to drink some, but I don't think I've drank enough, and I don't want to get dehydrated, or that's going to make things so much worse. Okay, thanks again for being here. Mao, we'll see you again on Monday evening at 7 p.m. Eastern for like some sort of game. I don't know what we're going to play, but we'll figure it out then. And I will see you tonight on my channel at 8 p.m. for Donkey Kong Country Returns. Yeah. All right. Bye.